and this is Stock Shots. Now, please remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion based on things that have happened in the past. So always look to your left. The charts will tell you what may happen. And of course, do your own due diligence, aka your research. I'm just giving you my opinion based on support, resistance, supply, demand, and some other indicators that may be on the screen. So, with that being said, enjoy. And here's another episode of Stock Shots.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Stock Charts. We're going to be starting off, of course, with TSP funds, and we're going with our favorite, the SPX, aka the C fund. So, as you noticed from last week, we went past that resistance from that high we had previously over here, and we did make it to our price target of about 47.19, 47.20 around there. Went up a little bit. We got a slight rejection. So right now what we're looking for, we can continue up maybe a little bit more because we still have some more highs to test. And the last high that we have is literally up here to our next resistance. And that's right here. We're going to look for a rejection from this level. And then we may get a retracement. So if you're still looking to keep your money into the C fund, you may have a little bit longer, but I will say this, you have to keep looking at the other stocks. Remember, the S&P 500 is what this is based off of. So look at those top gainers in the S&P and see how high they are or how close they are to their all-time highs. Usually when that happens, you may get a pullback and then another continuation to a new high. So what may happen is something like this. Let's move this out the way first. You may get let's see where you at. Here we go. You may get something like this where you have a pull back to about maybe here, then you have a continuation further up. Okay, so what we're looking for essentially is, yes, we're in a bullish area, but make sure you pay attention to the pullback areas here and even look right here at this level where we had that last consolidation. So we want to see where the price action will continue its move up, but it may have to pull back just to gain some strength and more orders to go up. So that is the C fund. Look for it to go around that 48.13 and then be wary, be cautious, be ready for a pullback if it gets to that high. Okay. So our next one is, of course, going to be the S fund, and that is going to be the Dow Jones. And this is it. Here we go. Whoa. So we got our favorite here. This one, I'm looking for this 2017 mark. That's my next area of resistance. If you notice, the channel has been broken. Okay, so the channel we've been looking at this whole time, all the way back here since May of 2022, has now been broken with this candle. This is a lot of bullish movement. So the next thing I'm looking for is to retest this high right here. This is exactly what we're looking at. And that is the same level as that 2017 mark for the S fund. So this has a little bit more room to go as well. So what you're noticing the trend is a lot of these funds are getting to their highs. They're going to most likely need room to pull back and then continue higher. Okay. Now, with that being said, you still have time in this fund. Remember, take your time, do your due diligence, look to the left. If you look to the left and you see a all-time high, that may be where this is going because we may be entering a bull market. Remember, we are in an election year. This is going to be something that we're looking forward to in our portfolios. So once again, Dow Jones, same thing, has a little bit further to go up. Then look for that pullback because it's going to need more room to start running. Okay, so let's talk about the aggregate bond fund. So let's see what we got going on here. All right. All right. Ooh. Okay. So right here, we are looking at the same thing. These funds have room to go. The next place we're looking to hit is that $100 mark in the aggregate bond fund. With this being said, if you notice, we had the same thing happen. We had 1-2 touches here previously, but our next high after the 100 mark is the 103. So if you break that 100, guys, in this aggregate bond market, you're looking for 103 next. Once again, you still got to wait. We got some good volume in this bond market right now. So if it breaks that 100, look for a small pullback. And then if it goes again into that bullish trend, we're looking for 103. All right, let's get this last one. The last one, of course, is the international fund. Is what a lot of people like. Is the EFA. And here we are. Well, let's just say this: we're very happy with the international fund at this time. We had the top of the range get hit. We had a rejection now. If you notice, let's make this a little bit bigger. At the top of the range where we currently are, this is where we came the last time. And the last time we were here, this was in July. At July, we had this same kind of movement, a bullish move up, and then strong rejection from this area. Now that we're at this area, you notice we have a very big wick on this last candle for the week. And the body is pretty strong too. It's still bullish, but it shows some rejection. Remember, if we're still looking for our next area of resistance, that's going to be here at the $76 mark. So that $76 mark will be our next price target to see this going up higher. Remember, these are all at their highs. They're getting a little bit more, but that $76 area for the international fund, that may be the area you want to start looking to see either a consolidation, which is when price action does what everybody, it stays in a box. So you may see it come here and then stay in an area like that, and then to continue down maybe to this area and then go up again to go for this $82 area. All right. So we'll do some more on this as the charts reveal themselves to us. And always make sure you're doing your chart and you're doing your due diligence and you're learning to earn. All right. So here we go. We got room to grow a little bit in these funds. So let's take our time. If we see consolidation, be wary. You may get those pullbacks in these funds, and then you can get back into them when, I'm not going to say the Santa Claus rally, but when the market starts moving up. So there we go. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week for another episode of Stock Shots.